What's going on, guys? Gomes are back again on another MLB The Show 18 Diamond Dynasty video. Today, of course, we will be talking about and giving you guys some very helpful and very insightful tips to go ahead and finish Conquest Destiny the quickest, the fastest, and the most efficient way possible. But before we get into this video, if you guys have not yet hit that subscribe button, make sure to do so. Every day posting the best MLB The Show content. Make sure to stick around for the ride on the grind to 5K. But now getting into the video, of course, Conquest Destiny just did drop on Friday, and of course you cannot technically complete it right now, but I'm gonna give you all the tips, all the insightful tips to go ahead and be able to finish it the quickest when eventually you are able to. So first of all, let's just look at it basically, and if you guys aren't aware, basically they only have these missions in right now, and they will add in more after, or pretty much every Wednesday they're gonna add in new missions. So I think it's gonna be achievable only about mid-September. I think that's when you're finally gonna be able to complete all of it, which I'm not really a fan of. I would like to hear what you guys think as well down below in the comments. I think they should have made it so it was unlockable, you know, right away as soon as possible. But anyway, let's just go through what these rewards are again very quickly. You get an 87 Robin Yount. This card is not the best. This postseason pitcher with the 105 hit 9 is actually this 89 overall Sergio Romo. If you guys want to see his stats right here, he is confirmed as the 20% reward. And otherwise, everybody else we're just speculating, but I am very, very confident on who I think these guys are going to be. At 37%, I think this is going to be a George Brett card. Here, the Southpaw postseason legend. I'm thinking it's either Warren Spahn or Whitey Ford. It's either one of those two. That's going to be that one right there. And then Breakout Tiger with the 108 contact versus lefties. I am 130% confident that this is going to be Al Kaline. And then, of course, the grand reward being this Eddie Murray 94 overall. And you also do get some other stuff. You get some packs, you get some loot, you get some stubs and tickets along the way. The rewards, they're decent. I think if you have the time, it probably is worth it. I mean, who knows? Maybe the cards along the way are going to be really, really good. But now getting into the tips, going on to Conquest. And first, as you guys can see, I already have cleared my Conquest board. If you guys have not done so and you don't know how, basically just hit the options button, go down to restart. All campaign progress will be lost. Are you sure you want to reset? Yes, and it will fully reset your board so you can start fresh, have a clean slate to go forward and get these missions done. Now, of course, with these missions, they actually give you a couple of options, which I do think is good. They give you some harder options and some easier options. If you look, you can do the easy ones in pretty much any amount of turns, but if you only do the easy, you're only going to get 3%, so it's going to take a long time. If you can, I would strongly suggest you do the hard ones. Of course, you will have to play on higher difficulties, but if you do the hard ones, not only do you get the 3% for that, but you also get the 2% and the 1%. So instead of the 1% for just doing the easy, you'll actually get 6% for doing that. And this one works the same way. You'll actually get 9% instead of 2%. So if you do both of those, you will already have 9 and 15% done with the program. So that is actually really, really good. Like I said, if you guys can, I would recommend it. Like I said, it is harder. You will have to achieve it in a certain amount of turns, but with these tips, I think you very much will be able to accomplish that. Now, first of all, I'm going to start with the first mission, and that is the bird route, which I like to call it. It's basically you have to visit all the bird teams, which would be the Orioles, the Cardinals, and the Blue Jays. Now, of course, you guys will see it's a clean Conquest board, but me and my partner Sports Guru 7, make sure to check him out. I'll leave his stuff down below in the description and the top right hand corner. Make sure to hit him up. He and I kind of co-founded this. He was doing it on his, and we came up with an idea on the best way to go about it. So I will be kind of putting like a little drawing on the screen. It'll basically just show the path on which you want to go to get it done the fastest. This way it minimizes as many hexagons. Technically there'll be, I don't know, I don't go to school, but hexagons or whatever, and however many you have to get there to get to those bird routes, which would be the Cardinals, the Orioles, and then the Blue Jays, of course, and that would be the first mission. So hopefully you guys can use that one, because like I said, that's the fastest way to go it, and you're gonna have to move the least amount of hexagons to be able to do so. Of course you have to do those, and before turn 6, if you use that route, I think it is very, very possible. But one thing that I will say that I strongly suggest that you guys do, of course we're just gonna skip through this, it's the Steel Fan stage. So what you're gonna want to do here, if you're just about to face the Cardinals, or whenever you have a chance to do this, always steal fans from the next impending stronghold that you plan on conquering. So of course, using that route, the first one you're going to get to is the St. Louis Cardinals. I would recommend you just go to the Cardinals, and at minimum try to go 4 to 5, maybe 3 will work as well, but I would recommend try to steal 4 or 5. If you have a good team, which you guys probably should by now, you're going to have some good players, so it won't really be that hard. You know, playing on Hall of Fame is not really that too difficult, especially it's not like the Cardinals or like everybody knows the Orioles don't exactly have a good team, neither do the Blue Jays, so you guys should be able to do that. But make sure that you guys do the Steel Fans every time you have an option to do so, and always do it with the next stronghold, because basically if you guys don't know what it does, if you steal 4 or 5 million fans, instead of the 13 million that they have protecting their stronghold right now, they're gonna have 8 if you steal 5 million fans, or they're gonna have 9 if you steal 4 million fans. So I would recommend you do 4 to 5. 3 might work as well though. Moving on to the next one, of course that would be the last 4 World Series champions, which would be of course my Astros, the Cubs, the Royals, and the Giants. And just the same way, this one you have to complete in a certain amount of turns if you want to do it on the hard one, which like I said I would recommend for you guys, because that's just what's gonna get it done the fastest. And once again, I'll have another sketch up on the screen right now so you guys can see just the fastest way to be able to do it. Of course, you're kind of you're just gonna go down here with the Cubs, move down to the Astros, then split in the middle, and eventually you're gonna get to the Giants, of course. So like I said, that is gonna be the quickest route. Of course, you're gonna want to hit them, then hit the Royals, then hit the Astros, then go all the way back and hit the Giants. So once again, that is the route that I would recommend. I think that's the cleanest and the fastest way to go about it. And of course, unlike when you're playing regular Conquest, if you play Conquest Extreme, you're gonna find out you're gonna have to do snakes, which means a snake pretty much means you're only going 1 hexagon. You're not really bunching them together, which definitely could result in someone kind of disrupting your pipeline, if you know what I mean. Like, let's say if you have a line of them and somebody cuts in the middle, it kind of cuts it off so you can't transfer fans. That will happen, but in this case it really should not be too big of a deal, because with the snake you're always moving with the most at the front. So somebody cuts you off and back, it really is not a big deal. But moving on now, of course you get this Robin Yount. Like I said, this Robin Yount, 87 overall shortstop, and his missions actually are 10 hits, 2 extra base hits, and 3 stolen bases. Not very hard at all. 10 hits, 2 extra base hits, very, very easy. The best stadium for extra base hits in my opinion is Coors Field. Other people say it's like Polo Grounds. I would not recommend Polo Grounds whatsoever, especially with the guy like Robin Yount, who doesn't really have that much power. He only has like mid 50s. I would really not recommend that. It would be much harder actually. And you're gonna spend 13,000 stubs on a stadium. Just do Coors Field. You probably have it already, and if not, it's gonna cost you 50 stubs. So I would recommend that one. Or I mean, honestly, any stadium's really gonna work for extra base hits, considering you don't have to do doubles anymore. But that really is going to do it for all the tips that I can give you guys right now. Of course, like I said, they're gonna add new missions in every single Wednesday. Still, like I said, not a big fan of how they're doing this. I think it would have been a lot better, especially given the rewards. I think maybe if you had like an immortal or like a 99 or something like that along the way, then I could see them waiting, having weekly updates, 2 to 3 weeks or something like that. But considering it's only a 94 overall as the grand reward, having to wait another 3 weeks to get this card, just not really a fan of that. But of course, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure to leave them down below in the comment section as always. Also, make sure to hit me up on PSN Dabin_GOAT, and make sure to follow me on Twitter at GomesDaLegend. Will be down below in the description as well. always feel free to ask me a question, guys. A lot of you guys come forward and ask questions on, you know, whatever it may be, how to complete something, how to make stubs fast, how to do something like that, or just to have some suggestions on your team. Always feel free to hit me up. I would be glad to help you guys. So just wanted to throw that out there. But if you guys did enjoy the video and this did help you, make sure to leave a like down below. Also, like I said, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys have not yet. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And there you guys, comes out. Yay.
Love is love and hate is hate. To die is an awesome adventure and I can hardly wait. Earth is a prison, I need a great escape. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone. You know I'm in my zone. I took a bite of the glory, I tell you.